You say this world is drenched in lies. Hell is true. There's mere frosting on the concrete. Such a sweet disguise. If they got that your eyes, no way. No way. Did they rip your ears? No way. No way. Did they crush out a soul? No way. No way. Bleeding from my heart, thou will not be dread. Facing the black clouds, diving to the end there. Light or shadow, truth lies deep inside. Master of your own soul. Facing the black clouds, awaken and be free. Stand firm, no one can see yourself. Heaven of hell, the world ignites when you rise. The cafe forced to change us. We call it a necklace. Trapped in this, in for prison. Screaming for fake freedom song. Did they get Dr. Right? No way. No way. Did they rip back your ears? No way. No way. Did they break all your bones? No way. No way. Let's all kneel down. They were forced to rise. Facing the black clouds, diving to the island there. Light or shadow, the truth lies deep inside. Master of your own soul. Facing the black clouds, awaken and be free. Stand firm, no one can see yourself. Heaven or hell, the world ignites when you rise. There's a loser's fight. They stomp in steel heels. They stomp in steel heels. They stomp in steel heels. Bleeding from our wound. Now will the days red lips won't kneel down. They were forced to rise. Facing the blood clouds, diving to the eyes of their light or shadow. Truth lies to decide. Facing the black glass, awaken and be free. Then find no one can steal yourself. Your truth coaches out my side. The path I can't feel by the clear. Facing the black glass, diving to the island there. Light or shadow, the truth lies deep inside. Master of your own soul. Facing the black glass, awaken and be free. Heaven or hell, the world ignites when you rise. When you Fleeting, vanishing engenders. Emotional result, future right. Your sins later, just lose man. As if a divine truth seeker. History answers within. Love exists happening. The reality of a truth. The reality of a truth.
Ah, come on. I think the microphone's buzzing. Okay, not anymore. Okay. You seriously just... There we go. That was dumb. And blue stacks is not large enough. There. No. Here says no. What do you mean mic off? What's the problem? Kiki, that was the balance mission. And also, Ishgal, what are you referring to mic off? It was buzzing. Flat. I mean, it's already right here. We have 3 options. It's quite literally right here. We have 3 options for animations behind the thing. Nope. That's gonna be a no. It took exactly 3,100 crystals. Which is why you see barely any's up there. Kiki, that's not how math works. You can't do that. Having tested him, he is weird. Breaking quite a few rules. See if he's still breaking one of them handles. keyboard. Don't know what happened there, but apparently that side of it is off. The only problem I see with Javi is quite literally his ability to be too fast. Sticker strikes being the reason. They nerfed Goldar, yet here's Javi. I've said before as well, Tyson was already an example right after they nerfed Goldar as well. So they're really choosing not to be original with some of these things. Where, yes, it does give something normal, but no. Then that's his attack. Ribbit decided to use the Twitch side, and in Ishikawa, it's just another plain panini. Just need something. It can be blocked, not while his stand already. If you're already stuck in a status effect, you're not blocking it. Oh, that sucks. Hey. Wow. At least you're able to hit soon enough. That projectile clash. Get rid of the block out of the primary. There you go. And you're being useless. You're really incapable of just having it out of the slot for even a brief more of a moment than that. Barely, it's impossible. Barely, that task is impossible for the game to follow. Too short. He became too short, so everything went over his head. Yeah, you would buy the other skin, obviously. Yes. Notice that he didn't end up pressing anything in the end, even after I hit the strike. Just because I canceled. Just show me where he was going to be allowed to press anything if I actually didn't cancel. You're gonna strike. As I said, you can block it standing. Can you block it on reaction? Also no, at the same time. Can you block it while being hit? No.
It's not a big deal. We can handle it. I don't have to think about it. What we need to do is clear. Don't
You realize this is the beginning of the stream. It doesn't matter which one I'm using right now. I could have used any other character and used Javi later. You know that, right? So this is more of a... It's just gonna be the next one after anyway. Get up. Strike down. And are you gonna be able to stop this in time? Well, at least you were able to. Bonk. So this still exists today. Right now, there just isn't one.
I'm sorry about that. You thought this through. I don't have to think about it. 'Cause there's those who believe. What about you?
Fine. I'll go up high enough to dodge. Someone said, nah, let's not go up. We're not gonna go up today. Anyway, yeet! Get up. Nah, fine, you're waiting. Not really waiting, just see it in time. Knock down. Take it away. Anything else? No. That's gonna be a no. Up you go. And another breaker. Yeet! No. Certainly a way to do things, and no. It's high enough. It's high enough. You can see his block, it has a utility and everything it needs. It's also his strongest attack, so if that didn't rotate, that was gonna be dead to Evox. The reason I still don't know why they made the block the strongest attack he has, but even then. Things could be better. They were horrible for an entire week. Yep, okay. That didn't help. Yes, you got dazed. You don't have a strike, do you? Up you go. Yeah, it should still be. I don't know why you think it's off. Lay on screen. Anyway. No. Burn. Into something. Nope. I'm faster. Down you go. Smashing split. And got you now. I mean, the rule's there, down at the bottom. Thomas, you might want to check this YouTube side. It's already been listed.
3, 2, 1, go!
There you go. And another one. You see what I mean by some of these things? Yep. You tell me if you're allowed to press a button after you keep seeing stagger strikes. It's not a 50-50 when you just block your opponents. Technically, it's also not a 50-50 if you just interrupted them. Because the queue system says, no, you can't do that. Exactly. Spam your block all you want, but they made the gap way too small. You failed to type the emoji. I think you failed. Pay real close attention. You didn't exactly block that on reaction. Yeah, what else? Enough. You can just do that as well. Up, go once. What happens now? I'm gonna send you to the corner. Gonna charge into you. Hit you with a super. You wanna see something else? This. Yeah, fine. Good job to Korak. He got it. However, it looks like something said no. He managed to block the thing right as soon as he landed. Does it have to be Ollie again? Wrong button. Chris. No? Fine. Fine! Really? Okay, here we go. The fact that every single time I've ended up pushing it back into the corner, it has resulted in someone just being regular block here. That breaker is very weird. It's not that it's weird that it's just more like every single time everyone's saying, nah, we have a regular block here. We're gonna use it every time. It's one, it's both a better and worse hit reaction. That breaker is very iffy. It has good upsides and downsides. One, you want a better hit reaction? You lose your spacing. You want something else? Well, now you barely get anything. So, yeah. The breaker's weird. But that's all it really is. In the end, it's the losing the spacing is just the worst part about it. Can't keep your opponent from engaging so easily. Nothing? No, okay. Up you go. Let's see, with that, I'm just gonna use that. Yeah, nope. I was faster this time. Yeah, it's more of an iffy situation when you want to actually use the breaker. But by the looks of it, if you always hit an assist, you will just hit and put towards your corner no matter what. For some reason, there's a slight shove that they apply to it, but hitting an assist says, nah. It's all Cosmic Fury. No. Away with you. Nah, that's just an inconsistent bug they still refuse to fix. Or rather, one thing that they still refuse to get right, because shoves still don't work when you hit an assist. So, yeah. Really? Fine. Fine, Zed. No, he didn't ruin it for himself. What else? Nah, it's still gonna reach. All that animation time, and yet he gets to still launch you. Yeah, okay. It's all trying to be on theme of something. Oh, yep. Hey, to the corner you go. Let's see, what do we have? Yeah, you can't see that. Strike it out. And I just block him. No, that didn't help. That didn't help at all. Breaker. Yeah, you have your own assist, but you're just gonna get yeeted to the corner and you're gonna stay here. Whether you like it or not. Yeet! Burn! You helped Izzy with her combo. Or rather, that was an attempt at a Cosmic Fury combo. Burn into double breaker for Javi. And then Izzy. Patience, Geki. That's the only thing. Just waiting. We'll see what it's like near the more end of it, you could say. Yeah, time nothing. Wanted to see how soon it can be cancelled in the sense, but I forgot that you're obviously able to cancel it before the second hit. You want to see this? Bonk! Go with this one. And you know what? We'll launch you. With that. We have 3 energy. And dashing splitter. Drop me down. Yeah, I think this is the last one for Javi. I'll probably return to him a few times later. And the usual time is around when it begins. In this case, from the way it ended up, it's 3,100 crystals. Still less than Camille, but still dubbed that she did manage to even get unlocked for 3,500. Well, up you go. Remember that. Stinger strikes. Wrong button. Meh. Stay in your corner. Javelin throw. There you go. That was supposed to be the card instead of the breaker, just so you know. Okay. Here we go. Breaker. No. Now it's supposed to be a block and a breaker. Yeah. No. Slice you down. And then a dashing splitter. Here's an idea. Remove the stupid ability to use assist to build the super. It says spend energy. It says 9 energy to get the super. So the reason you're starting to ignore the rules of, hey, assist is supposed to not be that helpful to building super. Now let's go ahead and just say that assist can still build the thing fully, not even half it. No, we're gonna allow assist spammers to just build the thing instantly. Yeah. You're stupid. For some reason, we still don't have any idea what to do with assist in this game when it's supposed to just be an assist to how. Yet apparently it's still, yes. The assist is the only character that matters. Every time. Here's Izzy with a weaker super that can't even be used constantly, and yet they don't say how much energy she has to use. She has to use a specific amount of moves, not based on it, but based on energy. And yeah, you can stay in the corner. Back away. Nah, he was ready. Sadly, though, you can't do that. Or that. Is it gonna result in anything? Ah, dash forwards. Oh. Oh no! He ran out of it. Yeet. Coming down. Yeah, they really need to figure out a way how to get the cameras to be better on specific moves. Yes, hello, Evox. We're here already. Wrong move. Here we go. Okay. Is that really worth it? Fine, at least it was soon enough. Anyway, let's see what we have here. Up you go. And again. And I'm just gonna lose the spacing. Yeah, and no strike. Going down. Nope, not even done. And then spin. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't have that block out of the primary when you try and do these combos. Fives. The only thing I'm seeing right now, if I want to compare all the cards, Breaker's the worst. Tied with the other strike. The charging one. Even with his dodge properties, I don't think the lurk command really works. I don't ever see it working.
3, 2, 1, go!
No. Yet. Like that part of the breaker is you learn to shove yourself into the corner. Ah, yes. Speed. Yes, he's done it before. I think he already has it copied into a document or something. Anyway, thank you, Unrelenting Dude, for the €2. Pounds, I think it's this one. I think in this case, pounds. Or... yeah. I've forgotten. Forgot the difference in symbols.
3, 2, 1, go!
Take a strikes. And back to the corner. That's your block, which, as I said, everyone seems to just do, yes, random block in the corner. Because that always keeps happening. And again. Here you go. No. Yeah, it was Billy. It was not. It was not looking at it correctly. Billy and Bridge. There was no double blocks. You can try and spam it, but most of the time you won't be able to block it. You can block it. Most of the time you can. Really?
3, 2, 1.
You didn't even try to wait. Anyway. Corner, go down, up, and 5. He didn't recover. You're not catching a bird that's a defensive bird. Yeet! Here's the breaker. Take strikes. And dashing splitter. Up. Out of range. Yeah, let's see here. What we have. Got it? Release fire. There, energy's over. Yeah, no. Up we go. And here's a breaker. An extra powerful swing. Across the field. I was gonna say this much, they could have really done something a little nice there. We also there's V2 supers. What happened to them now? You had the chance. There was a V2 super chance right there, and they didn't take it. I was gonna say that much. That's one of the disappointments. What happened to the V2 supers? For 2 characters. Underwhelming for one of them. Yet here's Javi. Decides not to do a V2 super, where instead of the collection of attacks, like this one actually can be unique, and it is just one swing.
3, 2.
Like that could have been the V2 instead. Instead of the combo, it's a full-on slam into the corner from if you do it right after the breaker. Like you use it instantly, teleport lines up, and we get a nice cinematic camera of a wind up into big swing into the corner. Instead of a long combo, you have one big hit, so you're banking on a crit. I dodge! Some of it. Really? No! No, you will not. Get! Here you go. How about I launch into the air, onto the ground, and yeah, ruined again. Camera is still bad. Camera is still bad. Anyway. Throw a car. Legend Killer, in this case, you would basically just save up. It takes time, and then you get one character to test out, but don't expect to take them on ladder unless you're on a new account. And even then, don't expect shard drops. They don't drop until out of premium. So premium characters are just that. They're only used for friendly battles and maybe some other stuff if you think you can use them at level 1. Otherwise, don't bother. Wow, we got to the weaker character. And all of a sudden, let's go Billy. Still didn't wait your turn. Yep. Can't be in a state of the ability to hit them with a strike state or anything. Nah, it's just a super activation that does nothing. Can't ask it to be in a strike state. The fact you don't even build it up, no matter if you no matter how hard you try, you don't get to build it up. Wow, no energy. You don't get your super a second time as for most of the fights. You don't build it off of dealing damage.
That's what I keep on saying till I lose my mind. Feel like a bird in a sea breeze, shine like a moon in the last sky. Can you live until the end of your life? 3, 2, 1.
Okay, here we go. And then as I said, add a dash, you lose your combo. Can't add a dash there. Get. There. The only thing that happened. Oh, wait. Nope, okay. Squished down is all that happened. Great. You know, it obviously silences their blocks, but clearly I'm incapable of just using it when I'm supposed to. You lost your ability to explode. You lost the ability to make me explode. Eh. All 5 energy, yes, but the fact is you still can't land the explosion unless I have the health to survive. So that's the problem with that statement. Because you keep spamming the kicks. No. That was worthless. To the corner. No threat? No threat. Yeah, sad. No. As I said, still can't add a dash. Not a thing you're allowed to do. You can stay out of that state. Anyway. Car. There you go. Use your super. I'm not leaving. And okay, fine. He's gonna use it now. Doesn't matter if I survive. Blocks are gone. Zero cost block disappeared. Alongside Black Dragon. So just used him. Okay. We'll see about swapping the Genshin later. I have an event I need to finish, which ends tonight. Or rather 5 AM. So I have something I need to actually do in a different game.
3, 2, 1, go!
So we'll be seeing about that once we're done here with this. Well, legs yours. Got original bed playing. Gonna have an original bed moment? No, okay. Well, at least that swept. I forgot it actually does at least sweep when you actually land it in the air. Yeah, this is just on me for not pressing anything. Anyway, you've lost your every single type of block. I still can't do anything much, because damage is low. Damage still sucks. There you go. I reduced the damage. All it did was make me survive till the last hit. Expedition. Yeah, and be aware, and that's another example. If you put Alyssa all the way in the corner, Levi could just leave. Aeon just has timing. Both of them are still cheaters. Apparently Daggeron as well, but at least he has his own attack, so that's leader only.
2, 1.
That's specific to the leader when he isn't even in his installed state. Counter rape. Okay, retry. You're not here. Why bother? If you're lagging horribly, don't bother. You're allowed to re-enter anytime you want. That was clearly not a match. Nah, he literally couldn't even. You tell me why he didn't press or even move at the beginning of the fight. If he's incapable of doing that, clearly he wasn't there. By that, at that point, that's just anyway being stupid. Oh, it's useless. There you go. Yeah, I'm just gonna get hit by Zato. That's still work. You don't get what you want. You all know Zenaku sucks in every sense, since he's so expensive and that they're doing nothing to help him. When was the proper last patch, huh? When was the actual last good patch?
2, 1.
Because everything else has just been the one new character, and that's it. The character hasn't exactly been interesting enough. Because it doesn't change anything about the actual game. If they're broken, it's just another new broken idiot that we have to deal with. If it's an older character that can show what it does, it means lots of people already have the character. Some that actually could have potentially mained them for a while ago, which means we would see them appear a lot more on ladder, causing an actual difference. If it says invalid, it just means you were slower. Keep inputting the code and keep trying until it works, because at that point, people are just gonna probably slow down. So just keep trying to input the code. It just means someone was faster than you. What is that? Really, Thomas? I just said that's how... Didn't say anything about not taking the code, but... Did you not hear something about someone wanting to get the code, but everyone else is being faster? Guns. Yeah, I don't know what you're referring to at that point. You don't see it. Prison search. And let's see here. So what if I just plainly not do anything about getting hit in the face, apparently. But we're in the corner. And their breaker is non-existent. Okay. So we haven't gotten the chance to ruin it for them just yet. Come on. Wrong timing. Bad timing. Yeah, Geki, that part is still wrong. Slower being still false, because it's still fast enough to catch everything, its range is slightly decreased. That's not related to that, Geki. Already been drinking water as well. Be careful with that too many blocks. You may have a DK strike slot, but I can just do this. Anyway. And then you don't see the subtle movement. Okay, we back away. That's a block. There's your other block. Nothing. Yeah, okay. Don't. Just don't. Being a little too cautious here by just waiting with Wolf Bite, but at the same time, there. Threaten time! Yeah, you have no blocks now. You only have your primary slot. Ignored. What are you gonna do? Better have something. Too many blocks. Why would that be the case, Abhijit? Why do that? Nah, it's not that. It's more like what's going on there. Yeah, still need to fix it. Maybe it's... No, it's not. Still need to fix that connection, I think. Okay. At least it's Zane. It'll be normal. Normal about as normal as it gets. Get rid of this. And here. Blindside! You've been charged across over the field. Great. Okay. So be it. Get. Up we go. Wow, no backdash allowed because apparently they can't even just rotate to the other one. Yeah, travel time for once able to be useful. Keyboard being slanted is not helping me right now.
The Y, which would be growth for Y between 4.
In the first place.
Once there, everything comes through.
How it even happened in the first place?
I've heard
Doesn't even look like it's got anything else
related to it.
Do you think my broken wings will heal? Hope so.
It's not even a spring, it's just
fly well. I wonder if this rain will stop one day. Someone's been crying all along. No worries, there's only one road, so I can't get lost. All I have to do is walk. Placed by the name of heaven, the promised land. Everyone is away.
I see it. That's crap. Yeah, of course. Why not?
I wonder how far I have come, and what have I ever done?
Still have a second keyboard, but there's no reason not to do that. So I only keep the thing
slightly higher than usual because it's supposed to be on the stand, so it keeps off the, so it will stand further back on the monitor's
stand itself. Where are the other two dropped there?
For a long time. When did I stop flying? Is it a wings?
There. That's back to normal. For now. Hello, DJ Edits. Some things are just... The wounds are just itchy. Or rather what the bandages are right now. I am being distracted by a lot of things. Really don't need to. Yeah, you don't dodge. You don't dodge things. They don't give them to older characters like this. They're not gonna give it to something like Sledge. Anyway. Pretty sure that was incorrect anyway, with what happened there. Pretty sure what the game I just did there just wasn't even allowed. The way it showed it. First one was fine. Pretty sure that was supposed to trigger it instantly. So, did you really just hit the block twice? As I checked, you're supposed to be invincible instantly. Someone staggered for longer because they got hit twice, apparently. Only one projectile went through. It took his time to rejoin, but the question is whether or not his connection is fine. I'll get enough. Anything else? Stun. Okay. Yeah, the Q system just doesn't want to help there at all right now. Of all things. And yeah, no, that block is just delayed. Roxy, I don't know what you're doing, but clearly you're doing something wrong with the Q system. The point that doesn't want to even register until the third hit. Or even attempt to register until the third hit. Yep. If you're gonna put the block in the primary slot, stop being useless. And this is once again a blindside, if you don't mind. This is what's rather needed. But apparently now it's impossible to get a regular block back. No. Gonna appear in the primary. No, it hasn't even managed to do that. Into the assist slot, I guess. How many cards did it take, huh? How many? Barely any this time. Especially since the assist slot is where it appeared again. Charge! No. That doesn't teleport backwards. No! I'll charge it twice! Cats were lonely for a bit, or rather one of them was very much annoyed. She didn't get what she usually did for an entire week. Bird was taken care of when I wasn't here. But he's still doing fine. Nope. You missed the last hit. Didn't mean anything though. Great. Here's a car. Yeah, it's on the ground. Pointless to do that. We have the strike. Okay, apparently not right now. Still a true combo. Still a true combo. Why not? Why not? This has to be Justin who just wants to be the rule breaker of everything. time it right. That's not true combo. That was get hit, press block. So sadly, Connor does not apply a different effect on the first hit. So that was very much a risk taken by Lewis. But as per usual, Justin being boring. So being unique is just being stupid with his speed again.
3, 2, 1, go!
No. This is why we have max range blindside. No. Too late. Little too late there. What if I just blindside? Nah, not good enough. Not good enough. Fine. We'll do it again, but this time still can't get away with actually pressing the strike. Enough. Just enough of that. Wait. Reduce damage. Probably gonna see alpha though. Probably gonna have to see alpha though. No. Blindside, or rather, target's frenzy to no. Not allowed to backdash. Yeah, I think they would have been knocked out long ago if they actually just pressed alpha. Well, no, that's what they had. Unless there was a block there. We also have special recovery as well. The bridge assist is still in the weird situation because they gave it a stagger. That was a block. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Let's see here. Nope. Wrong one. Regular block. Blindside. Cognitive frenzy. And how about another blindside? Your defense is really just being dumb. Wow. We all know those. All of those appeared in the primary slot because they wanted to ruin them. Because why would it want to be normal? It'll always choose the primary slot because that's the way you have to try and get your damage. Yet here we are. No. However, this doesn't remove stacks. Kiki. You should know the rules by now. They were weird with how they interpreted the way I mentioned things. You know very well they slowed it down and didn't follow it properly. Car! I don't know. Probably. I literally just stopped because I wasn't even there to do so. Kind of the situation, Rosado. I stopped, and I wasn't there. But no one's even asked the question yet, so... Unless asked, when I'm not gonna answer the thing for now. Blindside! No. You cannot do that. Blindside! No Zed allowed. Here we go. Swap off Sledge after this, because I don't think we need to continue with, We played enough villains. We're still gonna end up having to play more. Leanbow, Tanya, Ruby Jason, Archer, Demon Fox, yeah. Okay. And you lost the ability. As I said, the stream in VC is just Discord itself. There's no limit to that one. It's more like if I'm actually in VC. If you haven't requested a character already, then yes, she's added to the list. No blocks. No blocks, but we're probably seeing Casey after this, so we're going to back away into a Master's Volley. Bang Barrage. If we don't see Gemma, we see Casey. Yep. Regular block. That. Let's see about strike spam time. Yeah, strike. Don't expect Casey. Nope, not Casey yet. Expecting it now. No. Ah, blindside. Weirdo that's not exactly even following the rules at all. 5-match rule. Wait an entire minute, and then you don't have to. That requires the code to be up a new one every time. I need to swap the assist, the exact same, it's still the same lineup.
3, 2,
Kill the bot!
1, go!
Ah, so they wait for Match to do something there. Instead of being allowed to stun damage, just do not to rotate. Yeah, okay. Game, could you be any more useless? There you go. That worked. Sadly though, they weren't on fire. They didn't get that on fire in the end. What if I could delay it. You could have just been left to burn, but yeah, no, we don't need to do that. There's nothing like that's needed. If anything, there was a tier list that someone tried to make for Come Get These Hands Discord server about talent trees. I shot it down instantly because no, that is wrong. Especially with the way they were categorizing breaker damage. The best breaker damage boosters. That's not how math works. Most breaker damage boosters are the ones that have a combination of true damage and breaker damage. Just because Zach focuses more breaker damage does not make him the best breaker damage booster. In fact, he's probably one of the weakest. It's just the fact that now he's helping your breakers more than your strikes. And he's not even helping it by much. Heckle gives 40% pure and 8% breaker. That's 48% breaker damage. Okay? Zenaku does the same in terms of if you want to compare breaker to breaker. But he does less pure. So in terms overall, talent tree is better for damage is taking Heckle. taking Zanaku is just if you want his actual attack over Heckle, which most of the time you do. Same with Cammy. She has 38% pure damage and 12% breaker damage for 50% breaker damage total. Worse than Heckle. Better than Zanaku. In breaker damage boost. Okay, not better than both Zanaku and Heckle in breaker damage boosting in total. But the react or hit effect is still the question. It's only 2% more. But it's also less pure damage than Heckle still. The tier list or whatever it was that they showed of the breaker one as the biggest example had to be gotten rid of instantly. It was just gonna cause people to spend their resources wrong, and you do not have that choice with this game. You do not want to spend your resources wrong at all. So I was not gonna allow that thing to stay up long. In fact, it did not. But getting the entire proper list is not that easy unless you have a whale nearby. Otherwise, it's a very time-consuming thing. Because you can't just look at your talent tree. You have to go through every single one of these things and remember and write them down. If you have a whale, you can easily just go here and then look at everything. First, look at their talent tree. For example, let's see if we can find, yeah, we have Nick. Okay, we have a Nick right here. Done, okay? Since I already know the situation, he's supposed to have 52% breaker damage boosting total. 52. 44, pure damage. 8% breaker damage. That's 52% breaker damage right there. From just existing. Same thing can be said about Leo. He has 56% total strike damage boosting. 40% pure damage, 16% strike, 56% strike damage bonus right there. Alongside, in this case, he has 8% breaker damage, so that's 48% breaker damage. It's fine. Actually, here's another example. Here's Zach, okay? He was the one that was put at the top list of the breaker damage. The problem with that is, as I said, don't. It's wrong. Other than 2% damage being missing, so there, that's the only thing we need to remember. 2% damage missing. 24% to 16. Wanna know how much damage that is? 40%. That's all he has. 40% total breaker damage bonus. Horrendous. Nick does that. Or rather, Leo does that by simply having his damage. Nick does that with 4% extra. That's why the list was bad. It was going to make people waste resources on the wrong characters. And let's see if we can find... Here's Billy. Do we have max tree? Not yet. 4 and 8. Yeah. There's a 42% total there, and that would have been 46% pure damage. 46% pure damage? That's all it is. Worse than Nick in breaker damage boosting and Leo, but better in pure damage boosting than both of them. No, it was his own Discord server. Okay, there. Master Z. And he's only missing HP. But once again, there goes the strongest pure damage booster. Master Z, 54% total pure damage boosting. Pure damage boost. Master Z assist. 54%. In terms of breakers, it's the highest. You want the most breaker damage ever? You have to take Master Z assist. Just Lothar assist. 36% pure, 10% strike. He only gets 36% strike damage, or breaker damage. 46% strike damage. See? Orion assist. Okay, max. So 40% health with 36% damage and 4% breaker. 40% total breaker damage, alongside 36 to 12, so that's 48% strike damage. So as I said, you want the strongest breaker damage possible to be seen, you need Nick assist maxed out at, so you get 52% breaker damage bonus. And the other one, Master Zed, with 54% pure damage bonus for max breaker. Unless there's someone else that we don't know of, that's the situation. Casey is similar to Zenaku, 48% by the end. And no, Magna is not a good one either. 2% at max, yeah. See the problem with this talent tree? All the old legendaries still also haven't been updated. No one is ever getting their talent trees updated. Because Edway just decides, nah, let's just not. So, yeah. Something like Ollie. Not gonna care about that one. Yeah. Ninja Tommy, 38% pure, 8% breaker. That is 46%. This is what I meant. I'm not. This was. That was what I was preventing from just telling him, no, these lists, this, do not have these lists, tier list up. They are horrible, and not to mention, they were wrong as well anyway. Other than being wrong, because people are compiling it and forgetting how counting works in that sense, because they got too much information they're working with. They got multiple spots wrong. I think I remember seeing Cammy at 8% breaker damage. Yeah, that's the problem. She has 12. She has 38% pure, 12 breaker damage. So other than the list being wrong, it was also horrible. It was not correctly correct information. I dashed too late. Okay, burning on. Shoulder light. There you go. Wolf attack. Yeah, that's not related to your talent tree. That is just them not doing the right thing there. He combined the Death Ranger with Jason. I'll point the thing out now. They have been adjusting it every time, but for some reason, every time they release, something's wrong with them. Like I said, Javi over here is a defender with an attacker class crit chance. He has no talent trees for anything to boost it, but he's ignoring the rules, and I'm pretty sure Justin did that on release as well. But they are likely to adjust it in the next few updates. Defenders are 1% crit chance. Balanced are 2, attackers are 3. Then the rules of there gets more blocks more often. You never get given the actual percentage chance, but yeah. They do still follow the rule. How much of a difference? Who knows, but clearly the crit chance one, they can easily change that, but they have, if they're not going to change all of them, you're not going to just start breaking the rules now with the defender saying it's allowed to have the same as an attacker. I'm pretty sure Troy also broke the rules for some time. But everyone like Bridge or the weirdo known as Orico are crit spamming themselves. And Kimberly being stupid with her crit rate boosting as well. Which for some reason doesn't have to wait anymore. Is why should a legendary? Yeah, and that means nothing when there is a critical booster assist. He was unique. Until they decided, yes, let's create this assist to be stupid and ruin how a unique behavior is, where you don't even have to. But now you have to just hit them instead of waiting. So instead of being unique in the sense of, yes, this utility part of the super is important. Nah, let's just hit them and now you actually just have it. Nothing unique, just a legendary being stupid. A legendary also that's hitting full screen when she is not allowed to because she's still visually not doing that. Because apparently, following hitboxes and animation is not a thing. Visual clarity is not a thing, apparently. With how wide they made the hitbox, think of it like this. Now you're trying to walk on the sidewalk. Nah, the cars are still hitting you. That's basically what is happening there. You're not safe on the sidewalk. The cars are still hitting you. You're still on the road. I'm sorry. You thought you were safe? No, the car still hit you. Because it doesn't look. Because that's how it looks like in reality. It's a very wide thing that hits you. To not be hit by it is to not be there in the first place. No. Shield of light. Move attack. No. Fine. Oh, that was worthless. That didn't activate. That did not activate. Lean Bow is not today. Lean Bow is not one of the characters for today. That or got too distracted by other topics. It is green. What counter breaker? Interrupted. Your power deflect. And that was your power club. Sweet. No. You get swept again. As if he would. It's not gonna happen for a while. The breaker. Did you recover enough? Okay, guess not. F hard. Sweep. And get dazed. Now we sweep you again. And get dazed again. Get swept. That's one. And spin you down. Ah, yes, Rocky. Why did that look wrong? Anyway, get bonked. Sweep! Let's see here. What do we need? Not that. Not that. Go for a sweep. I don't have my other one for some reason. Strike non-existed. It doesn't want to exist. Get bonked. And sweep. No. Well, where was your animation to transition into that? Man just skipped his entire animation to actually pull up the block. But just stand still up. Tries to delay it for, to get 3 energy. Nah. Only could get 2.5. Basically 3 at the end. No, just use the metal slot. There's a primary slot for a reason. Anyway, that's useless. Okay. Well, they didn't help me there, because I backed away. Get! Grab this one. Got the assist clash. And back away. No. You stay over here. And bonk them down. Never mind. Way too badly used there. No. You cannot leave. Get bonked. And sweep. For that, you get knocked out. There we go. I don't think that says anything really. That matters. Will you just throw your face on a keyboard or something? Aperjet. Couldn't be solar, could you? What happened to Solar Magna, huh? Get. Whatever that spelling is, that's what I'm referring to. Wait. That didn't help. Aw. The way that you decided, nah, let's speed it up anyway. Is that really worth it? And of course. Yeah, great job, game. You ignore the block. We all saw it got used. That makes it even worse. Go look at what you said. Look at what you said carefully. Without that context of knowing the words. You'll be poked. You'll be poked again. Okay, fine. Here's if it exists. It exists to make things different. But there's not much different. It's just a weakening patch for everyone. The only questionable part is making command grabs able to lose to regular grabs. Is the real questioning part. Everything else is fine there. Just that is just the decision of why. There's only a few. Just try to remember the rules of if it's the character itself, it's fine. If it's a character that's been replaced, that could have been an actual character, not a skin. Yeah. Anything that is a skin that could have been an actual character is an outright horrible skin. That's the easiest thing you can remember. Yeah, but the difference here is the way they made it is that command grabs aren't invincible to every other throw. So whoever's first in throws is the one that's gonna win. I don't know why you have to be weird. If I... No. Stay stunned. No, you get dazed. Still in the air. Sweep. And get dazed again. Wrong button. You can't add a dash there though, so get bonked. And now you get launched. We spin. Hello, Spider. As I said, the only thing that happens is literally all command grabs lost their throw invincibility. So meaning, good luck, you have to be faster because most command grabs just have more range, but they're outright just most of the time slower than regular grabs. And I don't feel better. Most of the time right now, especially as I'm sitting in recovery. It's not exactly better. As I'm currently on pain meds.
2, 1, go!
Poke. No. And sweep. Back away. Nope. Fine, you don't have a good enough backdash. Yes, it's even worse on Android because it doesn't even want to. They don't even want to fix the coloring. No. They don't know what to do with him. They apparently don't like any of the psychos anymore. I wouldn't even call Psycho Greens one a buff because it doesn't fix his problems. Nothing else? Gonna do the same thing? Wow. Because instead of focusing the leader, we just have Leo sending everything to the corner for free. What else? As mentioned before as well, Psycho Red just... He got adjusted, and they basically tried to ruin him at the same time. They kept half of his change. The fact that they even tried to give him a change to his primary slot strike to make it worse was the dumbest thing I ever saw. We will get his video when it's possible to. Anyway. There it stays, and the about deflect. Up, never mind. Yeah, you can see that little thing known as the super meter. Here I thought someone can get it early enough, but nah. Tanya's one of the lower ones that cannot get it. If you even think about touching a single assist. Sorry. Another Vincent. One random dawn thinking, yes, I think I'm getting my super here. No. Yeah, and then there's Lothar and Orico. And all the legendary stupids. The way he's designed is questionable. At least not truly broken, but it's not exactly any... Nothing really to say there than the fact that they still don't want to give older characters a better treatment. Nope, okay. Perfect spiral. Slap in the face. No, okay. Stay over there. Point blank range. Point blank range. Yeah, the problem is the way they buff Psycho Green says otherwise. Tackle. Another one. How's your defense? Does it exist? Yeah, okay. We'll try that again. I really can't use that voice. I can't use that voice. Because unlike the other psychos, that one actually was just... yes, let's put the name of the character, not the just Psycho Pink. Be aware, that's not because of the visit hospital. That's just because someone else gave the props to everyone. So that's just not related to what I had to deal with. Because his arm's just in the air. He just run to the sky. He run forward with his arms flailing behind him. Yeah, you punched the car. Are you happy? Like I said, you punched the car. Are you happy now? I don't know. Clearly, but that's not in range. Still not in range. We slap? No. It did. Not even allowed to get out of range. And look at that, they still don't want to fix this animation. Yeah, and yet they don't want to do anything about him. They removed... no one agreed with how he got nerfed. No one liked how he got nerfed to begin with. He was already bad. With one of the worst dashes in the game. And he can't even have the offense to help him. Speed. Fudge. We delay it. That allows us to do something. So, we throw a car, slap him in the face. There we go. Now we wait. That worked. Somewhat. Reset their energy at least. And... no. No dashing allowed. We'll charge into them! Okay, fine. They had the energy. We'll try that again. Jackie, you're high. Not him. Yeah, we all know that, Vincent.
They basically took away his actual gimmick.
Yet they didn't change any of his costs. Okay then. No, you will not. Aerial assault. And back away. No. Oh, that was worthless. In the corner. 6 energy spent. Continued, so I guess that's gonna be a Zeo Tommy if I don't be careful. Slap them! Shoulder tackle! Aerial assault! And then I have to punch the first. Keep them out of my corner, but nah, they decided to continue that. See? Lands. Jump? That's a block. You're gonna jump now! That's another block. Yeah, not to mention the Tory change, Jack change, Trent, all the unnecessary stupid nerfs that had zero warranty behind them. No one was complaining. You're an idiot thinking that they needed to be changed. Poke. Block. Aerial assault. This works for me, we're probably seeing Fern though. No Fern. Okay. Strike? At least? No. Why did that look like it did less than it's supposed to? By that I meant the way it's reacted. Nope. Said it was gonna happen. Backdash. Regular block. Breaker after this. Game's over. What nerf did I shoot? You mean the other cost increase that for some reason they decided to make to reconfigure his costs? That was more of an adjustment at that time. Now it's a proper buff, but the way they've handled it is still meh. didn't even wait. You lost to Movie Red. You did not even wait 5 matches. Stop being dumb. In this case, I don't know why Cletus is trying to claim that Psycho Red has a good skin. There's nothing good that Psycho Red has that's a skin. Couldn't at least hit them? Come on. You already lost to Movie Red. You really have nothing you can do. So as I said, Cletus, are you really going to claim Psycho Red has a good skin? Don't. Yeah, that part, yeah. That nerf was stupid. Retard, get lost! We don't need you here today! An environment for everyone to participate in, but we have one retard ruining it all. Wait your 5 matches. Like everyone else. That's alright. Isn't that just... Is there, sure that was worth it? Right, literally reset your energy, so... Headbutt. That. Not in the corner. Not in the corner. Yeah, stop being dumb. Don't joke about that. Good other jokes, but yet here you are trying to think of something like that. I cannot think of things. For no reason. There's no ability to just, yes. Think of this topic. I'm not like that. Anyway, back away. No. Bonk. To the corner. Bonk him again. Bonk him again. Super blaster. Bonk him one more time. That worked. And you didn't wait 5, idiot. You're clearly incapable of reading. Wow. Wearing about an hour probably. Homer, if you're the one that's the Camille, then yes, but I don't think that's your name, because we've seen you plenty of times before. The one that's constantly taking the code when they haven't even waited long enough, notice the Camille user right now is just the retard being an idiot. I'm gonna throw a card, you. Anyway, get blasted. Yeah, exactly, we know you're not the Camille. We've seen your in-game name enough times. I did not have a strike. I did not have a strike! That did not end well. You're not getting your match. You've wasted enough people's time. Capable of listening. Right? No, it's not yet. Put it back yet. There, it should work as expected. No. Give it a moment. New name. One last time. We have one new name that we've seen. We have Black Man. Okay, so we're just gonna go back to this. We have one new name that I've seen that has not battled yet. Can we get that name rather than repeats right now, please? Look clouded. Is the Scorpina requester still here? She will be used after Diva Talks. Anyway, there we go. Smoke. No, alarm. No. Not even done it into a very specific way. Nah, just gets hit. Can you not? Anyway, laser eyes. I said, can you not? 2 hits. Only 2. Only 2 hits. Don't. You get slapped. Back away. Here you go. And back away again. Wow. No. I said no. Told you. No. I told you, Geki. You didn't listen. Or rather, I guess, no. You didn't listen. It's not tired. Time limit's almost up. Anyway, again. No. Well, you continued. You can stay in the air. Poke. Again, get slapped. And what if I just back away? I said back away. Stay out of my corner. Again. Okay, no. That's a car. Well, it somewhat worked. Yeah, get blasted. I'm not spending any extra energy there. Let's try that again. Red lightning. Not good enough breaker trap. You continued again. Okay. So what if I laser eyes, electric shock, and kick them in the face? We've only had one new name. Everyone just started rejoining, apparently. So what happened to the actual new names? Huh? Smoke. Explode! That's not in range! That was not in range. No. Away. And back away. No, okay. That's enough. What if I just... That worked. That not. Way too much delay. Again! That looked weird. Yeah, electric shock. What if I just launch and then dash? Back away. And no. Sweep. And we just... No. The way it lagged. Couldn't even show me properly on the main. It used the attack, it didn't explode properly. Run out of backdash? No. Because all that fire damage. Fire damage. 3,210 extra damage from just using fire. More than even Divatox's every single one of Divatox's attacks. More than her 3 costs. Only 100 damage more than her 4 costs. Yeah. Just remember that. All this fire damage that gets to do more damage than most 3 cost attacks. Well, no. Explode! And launch. Back away. No. Again! Get slapped. You can stay over there. No. I kick the car out of your hands. Green is not good enough right now. Okay. Slide. Flashed. Breaker. Don't have a strike. Blasted. No, you cannot do that. Way too slow. Slap them. That one did not rotate. Okay. Dodge. No. Laser eyes at least does something. Well, over 3,300, but still a 4 cost. I think we're done with this one. I know I didn't play that much, but we'll move on to the next character. Is the Scorpina requester still here? Because it's time.
Three, two, one, go!
Prison Blade. Get stunned. I'm gonna stun you again. You weren't ready. Okay. Good game. Okay. That did not help. And you missed. Okay, we jump. No. Not allowed to jump like that. Crescent Blade. Slow him down. No. Why can't you slow down the opponent, huh? No, just have to go invincible so you don't ruin things. Yeah, it's on me for dashing forwards. That's just simply on me for dashing forwards. No. Scorpio's Rage. And then we'll just throw... No. That's not how that works. Cheap. So 2, a 4 into a 4. Bridge. It's a bridge. And jump. Of course, I'm not allowed to jump. I have to throw them with a boomerang instead. There we go. No. So now what? Is that even worth it? I'm not sure you pay attention to things properly. Yeah, no. I don't think you are. I don't think you are paying attention to things properly. Well, at least I tried. At least I tried. Sadly, where was my invincibility? Only the apex of a jump, if I'm not mistaken. I just spam breakers against a bridge. Because that's literally his weakness. Alright, let me just get hit, so yeah, since he has very little damage without this, and he's dead. What if I just... No? Okay. Well, you didn't stop that one. And you decided to use a strike right then. Okay. Back away. No. Blue Fireball. You want to use the double assists, but we're going to have to do this. Stay in your corner. The only reason I needed to try and keep them stunned, but that did not end well. Here you go. Now if you stand, I can launch you, and Scorpion's Rage. Yeah, back away. Poke. Ah, come on. No. No, that wasn't another thing. I think I can escape with Scorpina if I want to just poke them briefly in the middle of that breaker. Yes, and his highest crit damage related things are his strikes. You just have to learn to fight him. So most bridges need to spam the primary slot, or at least just hit their opponent with their attacks. Be the first one to attack. Try to keep your strikes available. have a breaker trap, you know. You can also cancel. I'm not bugged. That's not a new name.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh. No, and great. They got rid of the boomerang. Stuck in the middle of a block animation, so we're just gonna weaken this for you. We're just gonna weaken it. Stay down. Okay. Fine. Strike. What else? Great. The fact that it's still lingering, even though they're very much clearly not on the ground anymore. No. Stay down. Back away. Okay, that's on me. Pretty sure I can't get out of this one even if I wanted to. Yeah. Barely did anything for that. Her weapon was still on screen, it broke. So we're able to return to peace on the ult alone, or are we still gonna get idiots? Then we're gonna finish Carter's few matches, and then we're going to go back to Javi for a bit. Okay, no. You've been caught. And we're gonna leave you stunned. For that, I'm just gonna jump. I'm gonna stun you again. Okay. Back away. Okay, fine. Blue. Your team is not blue. Especially since you have the car anyway, so it's very invalid from just the car alone. Get launched. Fine. No special recovery. Okay. Here you go. Get stunned. And we jump. Sweep. And back away. Blue fireball. No. No blue fireball allowed. Well, that didn't help. Control activates the state. No. You only half the damage, you know. Kinda still need to dodge. Okay. Set that away for now. You tried it, yeah. Oh, we allowed peace. Supposed to be legendary next month. Still weird that they decided whatever Rocky was is just whatever that is. What the next interesting release will be, that's the question. Because Rocky is basic. It just ended up being a glorified epic. We've had 4 epics in a row. Rocky is the most obvious interference from the higher-ups to be stupid. Fire. No. Not allowed to do that. Here's a car. And I'm gonna blast you with a V-shot. Then punch you in the face. And then get stabbed over there.
KO, you win.
That worked. Seriously, Vincent? For this, I only just realized they did not even try to play until now. Seriously? No. Get bonked. Get blasted. Back away. Okay, no. Well, they missed one hit. They missed one. Okay, that helped. Oh. Maybe I should have cancelled. Dash forwards. Fine, you do the forward variant. They start dashing. Scream. Okay. Again. No. Thermal Blaster. V-Lancer. Again. Can we get the punch? Yes, we're about to punch the air. We were simply about to punch the air. Whether or not that meant anything, who knows? And no, I wouldn't say so. At the same time, remember they'll run out of other Ranger colors eventually, so they'll have to start releasing a new major color. Or rather, a new... they'll have to allocate who is their new major color they're releasing a lot. Much like red. What's it gonna be? Black, blue, yellow? Which one's gonna be? Pink? They'll run out of those, they'll get the problem of that, and then all of a sudden now, what are you releasing? Oh, what I meant, Geki. Like the second color that needs to be the majority color added. Anyway. Let's see, blast the V-shot. And fire. And launch. Right into the air. With that, we're gonna back away and bonk. No. You're not allowed to bonk. How about now? To the corner. Get punched in the face. And slash them. Stab them there again. Check something while we wait for the next match. Wrong one. Yeah, that's what we just get to see in the background, so it's going to be more on the left side. So while we wait, yes, I use the basic screen and then just try to time it with the music for that. 'Cause why not? Get fired. And it's not gonna reach, but you chose to do that instead. Okay, we'll start recovering in your face. Nah, okay, fine. Go on, cancel. I can dodge that. Needs to stand still afterwards. Get blasted again! Back away! Nah, he's paying attention. Ah, he was paying attention. Okay. Fine. Fine. Again! Okay. You can stay in your corner. And get launched for that. So we just back away. And nope. No, you will not. Get blasted! Stab him! I don't think I'm supposed to be doing that. I think I stabbed the last 3 people. The 3 ones before. Not the dice sheet. Okay, I think we'll swap back to this one for now. Team setup is literally perfect. At least you've waited long enough. Yeesh. I'm not even do that with airy voice. Take a strikes. Dashing splitter. And here is a bunch of swings. And then a jump. Down you go. And what's gonna happen now? Sega strikes. And again. And you're knocked out. I tried. As I said, you wait your 5 matches. Do your job. Because it's been up for an entire minute, which you can clearly see with the timer, then you're allowed to enter. No one is an entire minute slow. So if you're gonna be rude, get lost. So, here we go. Poke. And to the corner. And smash him down. Here you go. We're back in your corner. Don't just corner. Smash. And back away. No. Ah! It's the opposite. Nah, not again. I tried. The barbarian with the axe shield over here fighting the other one. No, that didn't help. That did not help you at all. Up you go. And smash it out. Yep. Bonk. Yeah, but the difference here is, okay. I don't think the chat was doing its job, so... Addition, rank of that doesn't matter. Ranked is meh. In this case, the crystals took 3,100. I was not here the one to do the pulls. I had to get my brother to do so. I made sure to start the recording, so I do have the how it went, but that's about it. Wow. Fine game. No car allowed. No car allowed. Away with you. I said no. Again. It's smashed down. Wow. Because clearly that's point blank. This is stupid. The fact that they only give you one spot to dodge the entire attack, and yet the rest of it isn't point blank. Uh-huh. And yet that's apparently point blank. Stupid. He has a lot of things that weaken him by just existing, like his breaker. He shoves himself back into his corner. Just for a better reaction. It's both good and bad. Think you mean invincibility? Get the word right, Spider. And at that point, you jumped off of him already. So that wouldn't exactly even count. And it decided to not rotate. Here you go, you got looped. Because the primary slot is all you need to do with spamming it, because why not? Primary slot spam. Give it a moment. Forgotten the name of this one as well. Divide my heart. There. That's it. Divide My Heart, which is another Guilty Gear song. Now this is where V2 Super, you just use the Stego Chops right here, you get the V2 one, but nothing. Nothing there. Only disappointment I have. No. Bad.
One day was just like another. I believed it was my own intention, but now I'm not sure anymore. Suddenly, my journey has begun. While everyone around bless me, how could I find 3, 2, 1, go!
No. To the corner. Still in the air. Back away. Nope, we delay, so we don't hit them instead. Back away. Ah, he stood still, but he did not pay attention. Yep, sorry, correct. This is a knockout. Swing out! Yeah, whatever happened to RPM? Why can't we get them? What happened to the proper RPM characters? Where's the Scottish one? You did not wait long enough. Do not start being like the other idiots. Away, block him. No. Boss. Good charge. Yeah. Lead it into the corner. Back into your own corner. And then attack. Nope, never mind. Don't even need to tackle. Game said, screw you. You're ending with this crit. I mean, they could just, literally, they could just have the major villain, because for no reason at all, they just do the whole cartoon sound effects in the phone, like, why not? Why not just make him yell into whatever communication device he has after hearing a cartoon effect for such a long time, because you're trying to get that build up for the whole bit of him yelling, and then all of a sudden, right at the end, they take the actual voice line that they said in the show, for that taunt, and he yells into the phone, "I'm Scottish!" And that's all he does. There, you've got his, probably his second taunt. You got the cartoon, the mini character rambling type of effect. So you get the small build-up thing without needing an actual long thing, and then here he is just yelling into his into whatever communication device he has. And then just there. You had your small build-up with no noise, and then the person actually has to stand still if they want to yell it, and then the opponent just gets surprised. What do you mean? The opponent will not expect a random Scottish. Like at least then you don't hear people start spamming the thing, because that's the problem. It'll get ruined if people spam it. It's the equivalent of Casey, okay? That's the best way to describe it. I think we'll have to use Casey as an example. Like he's doing this whole elaborate thing of being spoken to on his phone, and then all of a sudden, then that appears and he yells. Like he has the things that he has to do first, where he's just getting spoken to, and then just yells, "I'm Scottish." Similar to, or just this something. Like there needs to be a proper thing, not just a stupid spam type of effect. Like this is an example of spam. That's just gonna ruin it. This is just bad animation. Does not line up. As an example, we can also give it to Javi for having a very long taunt. Sadly, the animation does not help. He doesn't look like he's doing enough. He's too slow in that animation. And that's the problem for me with that taunt is just no. If we keep trying to sound like he's shredding all of a sudden, why is he not moving? Why is he barely moving? And it's dark. It's not even 7! Anyway, no. That did not work. That still didn't work. That's not gonna work either. No. I ran into a wall every time. Anyway, yeet. Here you go. Back to the corner you go. And launch. And strike down. And with that, we're just gonna have to hit with a tail spike whiplash. And we'll just back away. That's a car. It did not work. That's what I mean. You get yourself thrown into your own corner, and great. There we go. There you go. Nice little thing that I think many people kind of hate with that, but swing. Okay, yeah, never mind. That just sucks. No. Your foot is going away. Let me see here. Is that incorrect display damage? Something's wrong. Was it really that weak? Yeah, never mind. No, it's just that weak. Javi's damage is just... He's got... It's once again... It's just Ashley. He's got speed. His damage is mediocre. Everyone is just fast right now with mediocre damage. Where's our slow, heavy hitter? On one hit, big hit. What happened to those characters? They're never gonna get them again? Not one slow move? Not one big hit? And Justin. Middle slot it is. Ah, of course. That didn't help. Up we go. And strike. And they get the super. Taking down that one random crit for some reason mattered. Okay. No. Enough. Great. Away with you. Yeah, 2.9 and then poke. They got their break or more than their strike. Because why not? Why should we not? Why shouldn't we just be weird? Primary slot non-existent after the one usage. And it was out of range at the beginning, so the second hit landed instead of the first. No! I don't know what you're on. I told you enough times. That's not how it works. And this idiot has joined the other retard in code stealing. Congratulations, you've ruined everything for everyone else. Great, can't even reach. Supposed to interrupt them, but apparently no. Apparently that's impossible to do. Dash animation doesn't match anything. Wow. Why even use Casey?
KO. You win.
Also, yeah, we can see some clipping in his shoulder. The rigging is a little, not good enough for how they want to move his arms like that without breaking the rig or breaking the mesh. Or his shoulders. Anyway, Psycho Green. Nope, you can't do that. Yeet! You can't stand still either. Be careful. Anyway, what if I just back away? Nope. Good job with the block. Sadly, though, that's the fastest version of Alan Breaker right now, which is very sad. Yeah, you're stunned. At least you were fast enough. At least you were fast enough there. Oh no. This is gonna hurt. Continental Divide. Up you go. Tail whip. No, tail spike, whiplash. Into a dashing splitter. Smash it out. Sega chomps. Yeah, that didn't work. That did not work. Don't bother. And no, it's whiplash. And that's also pumpkin wrapper, so that part is false. Why do you only care about cookies? But you didn't care about that, but all of a sudden now, yes, cookies. Yes. Cookies. Yeah, well, that's not the case. It's more like I'm saying Abijit was not hooked to the game itself. Apparently, is now hooked to only liking it because of the cookies. Anyone can join. It's been up for a minute. As I said, this one is our rule break. Anyone can join after a minute the code has been up. Doesn't matter if you've played or not. At that point, no one is an entire minute slow. It's not that hard to ask to be patient. Fine. Nah, you don't have your block or your strike apparently. Nah, it's just breaker. Expecting Casey. There we go. Leo. And again. 3.5. We just need time to recover. No, it's not going to be Casey again. It's just going to be Leo for some reason. It just doesn't want to rotate. On a Justin user. That was boring wait in. Oh, you don't even have your other primary slot. Can't rush in fast enough. Reminder, anyone can join right now. 5-match waiting rule. If it's been up for an entire minute, anyone's allowed to join. Just follow the rules. Currently not. It's not anyone that's not allowed to join, but just Idiot just doesn't want to listen. Listen for a single moment! And then this happens. No. Just don't.
KO. You win.
7. Any 2 people can fight, please. I need to go check on something. I said I'm gonna be continuing into Genshin after this, but I need to make sure of what's going on with supper. Yeah, Giovanni, good luck. Okay, so it looks like it's gonna be quite a bit. Or not exactly great, but it's fine. Wow. Worthless animation, you don't need to see. We'll see whether or not that's even going to be a thing, Jackie. We'll see. Not fast enough. Fine. Not knocked out of range. Car. Really? Cancelled. Here's a stun. Here's more energy. And yeet. And we're gonna do this. And we're gonna launch you into the air again. And smash. Back away. I didn't have a block, or I don't know what just happened there. I play Zenless. I don't play Star Rail. I don't need. One day. The only turn-based game I've played in terms of that is the old school type turn-based ones, which in this case was Breath of Fire 3 and 4. Still want a remake of those ones, but whether or not they'll stay turn-based, I don't know. There, Geki, you get what you want. Don't fail. You asked for it. Shay, over here. must entertain the cat.
3, 2, 1.
Turn around. You're a failure. Continental Divide. Just use it. 3,000 damage alongside an easy set of recovering after for the strike. Don't do something stupid like that again. Because you ended up ending with an assist. I don't care if you taunt, doesn't matter. Do the right actual attack. Ah, yes, 192631.
Three, two, one, go!
Black sun lag out. Okay. Now, yoink.
KO, you win!
We'll do one more. Ah, no. Good luck, Junior. Anyway, the cat is over here.
Three, two, one, go!
This is a great start. Launch. And again. And another launch. Hey, leave. Perfect time. There you go. Entertain the cat. They did what they did. Anyway. Then we'll end with Javi. To learn it in NVM. Or in Nevermind Hex. Whatever. The cat said you must entertain. And get rid of the weirdo that ruins everything. You did your job. Wow.
3,
Same problem again. So you really want the Legacy Wars section of this video, the stream to end, huh? You really just want that, huh? Yep. Okay. Up you go. And we just block. No. Well, that still works for me. Come on. Away with you! Yeah. The cat did its job. Told people to entertain it. Wow, it's the other epic hammer user. When is he gonna get his damage back? When is this one getting their damage back, huh? When? Same with that one. Why'd they remove his entire gimmick? Dino Thunder had something different for each one, even if it was a slight type of thing. But Trent was just his devastating strike damage on a 4 cost. But no, they removed that. And they didn't even make it a 50-50. It's still not even a 50-50. Drago's ult still sucks. For some dumb reason. Wow. Ah, yes, got a stupid bot ban. No bots allowed because they didn't even manage to get through. No Super Dino mode, but that other thing would have worked if they didn't do something stupid. But instead they decided to just say, no, you don't have this type of damage anymore either. Anyway, Hex, I don't know if you're looking to do a match at least, because that's the only thing there is, in case you're still trying to get a match, if you haven't. Other than that, I need to deal with 2 other games quickly. Or rather, 1 other game quickly, and then I've got an entire event in another game to deal with.
You're gonna sleep or do you want to go out the room?
I don't think Hex is, I'm not sure Hex is actually there. Okay. Well, we'll just put this back on screen for now. For those that missed it at the beginning. I'll do it again. We'll do what we did at the beginning again. Because this is, I tried to. I wanted to. I wanted to do this. I don't know how many people actually saw it. We do this. Okay, we take this song.
You say this world is drenched in lies. Hell is true. There's mere frosting on the concrete. Such a sweet disguise. Did they not touch your eyes? No way. No way. Did they read my your ears? No way. No way. Did they crush out a throat? No way. No way. Bleeding from my heart, that will not be dread.
And
Facing the black clouds, diving to the unknown. Light over shadow, truth lies deep inside. Master of your own soul. Facing the black clouds, awaken and free. Stand firm.
why not? We had that at the beginning. And that's all we have now.
Tell the world ignite when you rise. The causes forced to change us. We can only
Take care of Zenless first, and then we'll have to deal with an event in Genshin. Hopefully don't have too many weird graphical glitches happen. There we go. Pretty sure I don't have anything else right now. Yeah. There's currently nothing else. 93. I think I'll just need Denny's. Yeah, we're gonna need more than that, because I need 3 characters right now.
This is the path I follow.
Facing the black glass, awaken now and
Hey, you see, this is the graphical glitch I'm referring to. Let's see how long that tries to stay away.
truth coaches out my side. The path I can feel rises clear. Facing the black glass, diving to the unknown. Light or shadow, truth lies deep inside. Master of your own soul.
Everything else should be fine, I'm sure.
Facing the black glass, awaken and free.
Alright, wait, did I skip yesterday entirely? No, I did log in. No. No, I didn't. Fine. I did log into the game, not the check-in thing, so I just... meh. That can be made up at other times. There. But for now, this one has minimal things. So we'll deal with the other, because I literally have nothing else in that game to deal with. I've dealt with the event, I have to deal with this game's event from start to finish. Flashbang. We'll throw back onto... Did we play this one today? Yep. I've updated this thing that's on Twitch, but YouTube can never change. Someone's teleporting. Someone's got severe graphical glitches here again. Meh. Doesn't matter. Will matter if it keeps glitching us like that, because those bubbles, I'm pretty sure I might have to disable the pit. I have not started this event at all. It ends today. And we're just going to be skipping everything, aren't we? Because some idiots still don't want to have all the money they want in the world, but yet they can't pay people to voice act. In... minimal voice, even the most minimal events. Wow. So, not even an attempt to mimic or move their mouths. No, they're just speaking and everyone's seeing it. So, no point in reading it. It's irrelevant. The entire thing is irrelevant. Yep. And once again, still bad. Flashbang. That's just supposed to... Is that really it? If this is really all it's gonna end up being, just yeah. It's not over, roughly around here. Yeah, no, it wouldn't be over there. Yeah, amount of slowness the thing is. Right. Didn't look down, but even then, and yeah. There then.
He who wishes to learn to be a bit.
And you need 3,000 points. Right. This is slow. Unimportant dialogue at the beginning and then just slow. This is north. Somehow don't appear there, then what then? No. Literally opposite side. I even did.
Let us have a modicum of patience.
And this is why I don't bother with these things, just don't even look right even then. Water's right there.
The wanton cruelty of the few is not worth our ire.
As I said, you can read. You can read down there. Play for 3 hours. It's a very meh event. That did nothing. And this one's supposed to be right on the beach in minutes. Close enough. Just waiting, it's a very slow one. Just touch on the 7 over there, yeah. Go directly north and you find the thing. And that's the barrier. Directly south. Wow. That did not change anything. In fact, this hits further away. Yeah, okay. It doesn't matter. We're at 3,000 points. Why throw the other cat here? Fine. Barrier over there. Let's head towards that way. Guaranteed river in the way. leaving, cat.
Apparently you were looking
For Shay. She's not choosing to leave right now. So I don't think you want to either. You're just gonna look for her again. She's on the small island. Yeah, scrapping. Javi. Come over here. Come here. Stop saying no. Come here. Small island. No, it's the other small island.
He who just the abyss needs simply to
Here.
wander through Not Cry on a misty night.
other cat.
Hello. Yeah, now we're in the desert. Okay. Okay then. Barrier right here, next to stones. Go that way. There's only 2 spots to create a compass in this case. Barrier again. Corners. Fine. Both are now just loafing. That stone's not on the map, and the failure draws a literal stone that's not movable. Seriously. It's a pillar that no one's moved. There's nothing there, you're stupid. Purple one. Supposed to look like here. Barriers over there. Also between the lines.
People ought not be so frightened of ghosts. They are merely talking shadows. Endlessly about my past affairs.
Second leeway. I do not care enough. Every new character, they just have inflated numbers. Purple mid-turn. Closer on the pad. Left side of it.
Let us have a modicum of patience. The richness and complexity of humanity. The wanton cruelty of the few is not worth our ire.
Yeah, because mountain's too high, so we can't see everything. Stand fast below, go left. Basically next to the barrier. You on, Geki. So there it points out the way everything is. How this thing works. Ah yes, more things you can just skip because they have zero actual information how to do anything. Yep. That's it. There it goes. Boring event. The only thing it does is it makes you do gameplay. There's nothing important because they don't want to put the effort in to actually make it voice acted as well. If they cared, they actually would spend their time to make it an actual interesting event. But no. We know when they don't care. Get to that eventually. Realize I don't think I've done the trials in Zenless yet. That doesn't matter.
I summon thee!
Bird.
Off to the freezer!
Graphical glitches everywhere again.
Here's one!
Clearly there's a hostile enemy in that box. And that stove. The frozen stove hates all other stoves. Nah, I'm pretty sure mine is done as well. That was literally only the event and then that's it. I'm gonna go attack Reddit now with the picture. With this. Why not? Attack Reddit with the image itself and this thing. Why shouldn't I? Thank you for those that joined, those that stuck around. That's all for today. Goodbye. It was a hospital visit. Those that actually stuck around, again, appendicitis. That's all it is. Still recovering.